All right, hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for continuing to support me here on Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host Andrea, back to bring you more news and commentary you can use. Listen y'all, this video is a follow-up to I believe 2 previous videos that I did. Remember y'all when all of that started happening with the Chinese spy balloon? Well, listen y'all, new reports have come out, and I believe we were right, y'all, with asking our questions. Hey, what's really going on? What are they doing? Listen, y'all, in some newly released information, right? Okay. According to my sources, okay, the Chinese spy balloon, remember there was like more than one, right? It was like really weird. Like it was in Montana, and then they saw one in South Carolina. Just crazy, right? Listen, the Chinese spy balloon, y'all, gathered intelligence. Okay, let me give you time to process that. It gathered intelligence, but not only did it gather intelligence, but it gathered intelligence on U.S. military sites, y'all. Okay, now this is what NBC News is reporting. You know I got to give y'all some details. Listen, y'all, a Chinese balloon that flew across the United States was able to gather intelligence from several U.S. military sites and transmit it back to Beijing in real time, y'all. Are y'all listening to this? You know, the question I asked was, okay, how did the United States even allow, or how was the spy balloon even allowed to enter our airspace, United States airspace? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, how? And then, you know, for it to travel as far as it did, without any type of intervention by our administration. You know, they claimed that there were concerns that they didn't want. There were concerns if they were to take it down, that maybe it would affect civilians. But who knew the whole time that, you know, this spy balloon was gathering intelligence? Very concerning, y'all. What's happening to it? Makes me wonder what's happening to our country. What's really going on? So listen to this, y'all, okay? A Chinese spy balloon that flew across the United States was able to gather intelligence from several, not just one, y'all, from several U.S. military sites and transmit it back to Beijing in real time. Okay, despite the Biden administration's efforts to prevent it from doing so. Okay, that's according to an NBC News report that was just released today. Listen, y'all, the high altitude balloon controlled by Beijing. Okay, the information is starting to come out, y'all. The high altitude balloon controlled by Beijing was able to make multiple passes over some of the sites before it was taken down on February 4th, at times flying in a figure 8 formation. Okay, NBC News is sharing this information. And they were citing 2 current senior U.S. officials and 1 former senior administration official, y'all. Okay, the 3 officials said it could transmit the information it collected back to Beijing in real time. That is, y'all, listen, are you, now again, this is not fear mongering. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to get you to think about, hey, look at what's out of everything that's going on, right? Inflation. I just shared a video this morning where I was telling you all gas prices are about to get higher because of the oil cuts that are happening. All of these things are going on, y'all. All of these things are going on. And now we're learning, okay, February, March, April, almost 2 months later, that this spy balloon was gathering intelligence. Here's a quote from the officials, and they said, and I quote, "The intelligence China collected was mostly from electronic signals, which can be picked up from weapon systems or include communications from base personnel rather than images." White House official John Kirby told reporters on Monday that he could not confirm NBC's report, but said the U.S. limited the balloon's, and I quote, "ability to be able to collect anything additive." Okay. So NBC, you know, spoke to 2 senior officials, okay, or 3 senior officials rather, let me see, just to make sure. Yeah, 2 current senior U.S. officials and 1 former senior administration official, okay? White House official, they're not confirming it, but don't you think we, the American people, we deserve to know the truth about what happened? It seems like this happens a lot. Something happens or they say one thing. Don't y'all remember they were even saying, if you watch some of the reports, that they were saying it was no evidence that any information or something like that was collected. And now here we are 2 months later, we're finding out that according to these 3, 2 current, 1 former senior official, they're saying that, hey, intelligence was collected. Did they want us to know about this? Think about it, y'all. Do you think they really wanted us to know this? And this comes at a time where, a lot of countries don't seem to be on the best terms with the United States. And so it really seems like it just exposes a weakness somehow with our country. But I'm going to let you all comment on that, okay? Please share your thoughts in the comments. You all know this is an interactive channel. So as I share information, news, and commentary you can use, I would like for you to leave a comment and let me know. Also, make sure if you find this information helpful, if you agree or disagree with the information in the video, give me a thumbs up. Leave your feedback, okay? At the time, okay, the article says U.S. officials played down the balloon's impact on national security. That's what I was saying, y'all. The balloon, which Beijing denies was a government spy vessel, spent a week flying over the United States and Canada in early February before the U.S. military took it down off the Atlantic coast on President Joe Biden's orders. Okay, the incident prompted U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to postpone a planned visit to Beijing and further strain relations between Washington and Beijing. Okay, the episode caused an uproar in Washington and led the U.S. military to search the skies for other objects that were not being captured on radar. All right, the U.S. Said on February 17th it had successfully concluded recovery efforts off of South Carolina to collect sensors and other debris from the suspected Chinese surveillance balloon, and that investigators would analyze its, and I quote, guts. So I guess they're going to, look at the different parts of this balloon. So my question is, so in them doing that, in them, analyzing what they were able to recover from the wreckage, is it that they found this? Now, I'm not saying that I think they're supposed to tell us everything or we're going to know everything. I do know some information is classified. But do you think that in the recovery, they found out that, hey, it collected intelligence and sent it back, and they just didn't want this information to get out? You all let me know, okay? Y'all, this is very concerning. Again, it comes at a time where not only are we dealing with issues here in our own country, on our own home front, but also abroad. You can, do your research. I've talked about it here on the channel. There are a lot of countries that it seems like we're not on the best terms with, being that the U.S. has inserted, the U.S. by way of the current administration has inserted itself into the whole situation with Russia and Ukraine. That has caused tensions. A lot of people have asked questions. Should we even be associated with what's going on? And a lot of countries have looked at the United States and maybe, have what I want to say. A lot of countries have looked at the United States and maybe they have decided to maybe make other choices concerning certain things. So I'm going to keep my eye out on this story and keep you all updated. It's been a busy day, busy weekend. I've been getting a lot of things done. I appreciate the support that you all keep showing the channel. Stay tuned for more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.